That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in its shooting guard. And for the Nets, we've got Harden. He's out there with Brown. Joe Harris is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4. Here's Claxton. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. It's hauled in by Brown.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Now here's Harden. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points, you gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Brooklyn. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harris passes to Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Not easy to cover DeAndre Jordan when he's that deep inside, nearly impossible to stop.
No good on the second free throw. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Now, here's Brown. Back to Harden. Three-pointer. Shot clock reset for the Nets.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
George against Brown. Pass to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Harden kicks to Harris. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball. Over in the corner, Beverly. Pass to Leonard. From the arc. Jordan with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant's checked in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. The Clippers also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now the pass to Cousins. And he drops it in from the low post. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
So for the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Irving against Jackson. Cousins, the pass to Jackson. Over Irving. The rebound by Harden.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Fires from 14. Kept alive. The kick out to Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers trail by 4. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Now that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
Jackson with it. The layup off target.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the end of the. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Green taking his time here. Griffin inside. Zubac defending. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 6. Outside Jackson. Morris inside. He's against Green. Morris finds Jackson. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Morris has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Clippers.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Durant up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. George against Brown, and George with the stuff.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Landry Shamet comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Now here's Jordan following the shot by Kevin Durant. Jordan kicks to Shamet. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. Claxton the pass to Harden. Got a piece of it. Here's Claxton. Back to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. Shamet finds Harden. 6 to shoot. The 3. KD can't get it to go.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And it's now only a 1-point Nets lead. Passes it to KD. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Harden has a wide open look. Gets a very good look and converts. Harden's got 6.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
Now here is George. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Outside, George. And good that time.
That's a nice play by Paul George, showing a nice touch from the mid-range.
1:52 left in the first half. Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. Kicks it to Durant. Takes the three. Again, the miss by KD.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving it, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Harden after the Clippers pick up 2. He feeds it to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. 4 on the clock. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Harden's got 8.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
The 3 from George. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now, here's Shamet, defended by Beverly. Shamet, the pass to Jordan, and stolen by Cousins. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. Looking for George, he gets it there. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles. 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Stolen by Beverly. And the Clippers another fast break opportunity here. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target with his 3. Just 3 on the clock. And that's it for the first half of action. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jets. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 1. Kenny, what's your? The hospital. And that does it for our.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Paul George really making a difference here.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Durant down out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the power forward position. And here's Kennard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morris. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Free throw good for Morris. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Oh, jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? Yeah, there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Six on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. Here's Zubac. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Brown. Back to Irving. He kicks it to Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. For 3, Durant.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Kennard. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. That one drops for him. KD's got 4 points this quarter.
On defense, your priority is to close out on Durant's outside shot, but then he has that tight handle. Simply drives right by you.
Here's Jackson. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Now Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. Clock at 6. Doesn't go for him.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. So it's Brooklyn now. The Clippers getting the bucket. And that one's good. Durant.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Rondo. Count it. Rondo's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Yeah, that's a creative pick and roll right there as Rondo is just waiting and toying and puppeting the defense.
So for the Nets, Landry Shamet's checked in for Brown, and James Harden has subbed in for Kevin Durant. Harden kicks to Shamet. Harris against Leonard. Green inside. Kicks it out to Harden. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Pass to Leonard. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Beverly against Harden. Over Beverly. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
There's no way he even felt that contact. That's what makes Leonard so tough to defend on the dribble drive.
There's 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harden right side. Dishes to Griffin. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound, Nets. Shamet kicks to Harden. Sinks the triple. Harden's got 11 points.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Here's George. He's got 8. The 3 has now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Tie game in Brooklyn. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Patrick Beverly out there with Jackson, and it's Morris in at the 5. Harden dishes to Jordan. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
And in the first half, it was a struggle offensively, shooting a very low percentage, but it hasn't prevented them from grabbing the lead. And now they're shooting it much better here in the second.
Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Feeds to Jordan. Irving passes to Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Zubats is checked in. Los Angeles calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And Brooklyn making a change here. Claxton's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told his guys, tempo, more tempo. You've got to be quicker into transition. Push the ball. Let's get some opportunities before their defense can set up. Kevin, back to you.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
Irving passes to Durant. Out to Harris. Over Leonard. Harris's shot is off. The Clippers trail. Fires from 18. Another one falls for the Clippers.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
Irving looking over the floor. Durant down low. Defended by George. Stolen by George. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Beverly against Irving. And the pass to Leonard. And stolen by Kyrie Irving.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Kevin Durant. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Harden kicks to Harris. Back to Harden. On the wing, Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, Griffin in position.
Man, that's why they turned to Blake Griffin. Calm, cool, collected, and his team needed that one.
George dishes to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
Irving kicks to Harden. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
George passes to Zubac. Here's Beverly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverly doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Back to Griffin. Harden outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Outside Leonard. Jacks up a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
KD against Leonard. Durant dishes to Jordan. Left side, Griffin. Fires from deep. Durant, no good. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Passes it to Leonard. To take the lead over Irving. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
Well, he's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
To the middle. Here's Jordan. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Cousins. Leonard inside, covered by Irving. It's good.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And the rejection by Cousins. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to... It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident than they do. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Nets, we've got Irving. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harden in at point guard. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Here is Lillard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And both these teams rely on low post offense, Doris, in a size-on-size matchup. What can make the difference?
Well, smart passing is one of the keys, Kevin. You have to be able to enter the ball into the low post in a way that puts that big in a position to score it. The ball's got to be moving. Can you get it side to side and get the ball inside at the appropriate time?
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Lillard against Harden. Nurkic. McCollum outside. Over Irving.
Boy, you got to love the defensive effort, contesting that shot by Kyrie, just trying to frustrate his man on the defensive end.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Good on the second free throw. Now Lillard. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. The 3 from McCollum drains it from beyond the arc.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Brown is checked in for Kyrie Irving. Harris against Lillard. Back to Powell over Harden. The shot by Powell, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Covington with the steal. Lets it go, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Lillard outside. The dish now to McCollum. 20 feet out. With the putback. And the second chance effort by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 now.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Lillard, right side. And there it is for him.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here is Harden. Feeds it to Jordan. Outside, KD. And finished off by KD.
Well, Kevin Durant not about to settle for any low percentage shot. My goodness, with authority.
Now here's Lillard. The pass to Nurkic. Lillard surveying the D. Nurkic finds McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Green comes in for Joe Harris. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. Little, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Anthony. From 12 feet out, here's Nurkic. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here is Harden. He has 6. Griffin passes to Green. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Pass to Nurkic. Out to Anthony. Floats it up there for Nurkic. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets lead by 1. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the floor for Portland, Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Little. And it's Simons in at the 1. Here's Irving. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
Pass to Little. To the inside. Griffin with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Bobbed up there for Green, and Green slams it in.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Irving. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Simons missing. Brooklyn leading by 5. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jeff Green. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Now here's Durant. He kicks to Griffin. Brown outside. Here's Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Carmelo. Back to McCollum. With the teardrop. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. McCollum's got 7 points. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Brooklyn leading by 5. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. That misses off the backboard. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And James Harden has subbed in for Bruce Brown.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And boy, he can strike at any time.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
1:56 left now here in the second. And Lillard kicks to Powell. But they get it back. Passes to Carmelo. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
The speed of Carmelo Anthony can catch you off guard. You know, you don't expect it from a player his size.
It's Harden with the drive. Trailblazers trail by 3, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Shamet's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson in for Jones.
How about the fast hands of Hollis-Jefferson, showing a really good feel on the defensive end.
Harden against Lillard, and stolen by Lillard. Hollis-Jefferson finds Lillard. And here's Kanter.
Well, looking very confident, and his Kanter off the catch and shoot. That's nice.
Here is Harden. He's got 8. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lillard against Harden. Powell kicks to Lillard. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Kanter, the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Just 4 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. And stolen by Harris.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They ended the period holding on to a slip. And that's good.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Claxton the pass to Irving. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Irving's got 7 points.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, Kyrie dazzling on the drive. One of the best in the league at that.
Lillard outside. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Lillard. Shoots from 12. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
The pass to Claxton. Kicks to Irving. Pops it up for Jordan.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Irving against Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And stolen by Jordan. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. Powell kicks to McCollum. Over Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Jordan.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Basket good. And now a 3-point Nets lead.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
Lillard against Irving. And they pick up 2. Lillard's got 14.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Here's Irving. And he lays it straight in. And the Nets lead by 3.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. The feed to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Irving misses. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game. And
thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Pass to Jones. Down low. Griffin with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Griffin. And it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Simons the pass to Cannon. And Griffin sends it back. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. 35 seconds left to play here in the third.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Simons the pass to Anthony. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for a little. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Harden surveying the D, hangs in the air, and it's good on the way in. Harden's got 8 here in the quarter.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Here's Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets lead by 7. 2K. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And Brooklyn has possession. They lead by 7. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, they've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. Here's Irving. And a miss there off the inbound. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Trailblazers trail by 7. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. That shot off the mark. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Irving finds Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Lillard the pass to Powell. Now Nurkic. Lillard left side. Shot clock at 5. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Brooklyn leading by 9. It's Harden with the drive. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's foul number 2 for him. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Passes it to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Back to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Ooh, I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last trip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him. Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
And no stop.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Jordan finds Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up, and Irving gets it to go on the assist by Jordan.
You wonder what the defender who has to check Kyrie Irving on a nightly basis is thinking, because when he's dialed in, there's no checking him.
Harden against Lillard. Off target with the jump hook. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. The shot's good from Jordan.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by Jordan. From deep three-point range. And it's Lillard again missing. Nets leading by 12. Durant for 3. Harden kicks to Irving. For the 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James Harden.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
And a new group in for the Nets. Johnson, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu-Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Irving. And it's Tyler Johnson in for James Harden. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in. And so here's Portland. It's a 16-point game. And it's Simons missing.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Griffin dishes to Johnson. Now, here's Shamet. D right on him. There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Little with the ball. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. But it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, they've got Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 4-man position. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Harden. The teardrop falls in. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Harden the pass to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Holiday up top. Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. The wide open look here for Lopez. That 3 off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to DiVincenzo. And there's the pass to Lopez. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Durant down low. Antetokounmpo defending. Here's Irving. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here is Holiday. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Nice move. He lays it in.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. Out to KD. Back to Harden. Lopez with the block.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
Jordan dishes to Harden. Back to Jordan. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. Lopez inside. He's against Jordan. 6 to shoot. Giannis left side. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris with the ball.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Holiday against Harden. Holiday goes in. That one falls. Holiday's got 5.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Durant finds Harden. The kick out to Irving. 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Bucks trail by 5. Now Holiday. He's got 5. And here is DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo. Nice defense from KD. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Irving.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Holiday left side. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Brooklyn heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about
I think the most important lesson that I got is
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for the Bucks. DJ.
Are you kidding me? Nasty. Jeff Teague doing exactly what a point guard should do, setting up his guys nicely.
Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Griffin passes to Harris. He kicks to Irving. There's Green with the three. Warnock grabs the board. Bucks trail by 7. 3-on-3. Here's Tucker. Nifty move. Here's Portis. Goes back up. Goes up again. Pass to Tucker. Here's Connaughton. Guarded by Harris. Here's Connaughton. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Irving passes to Griffin. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Irving against Teague. And stolen by Portis. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Connaughton, and Griffin sends it back. And he gets it back. Count it. Tucker's got his first points of the game.
Tucker doing a nice job getting it done from there.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Irving, pass to Harris. Kicks to Griffin. Over Teague. A nice shot by Griffin. And the Nets lead by 5. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
A difficult cover on the break. Tucker can beat you both squaring up and at the rim.
Irving finds Griffin. Now here's Green, guarded by Tucker, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Harris. And it's Harden in for Kyrie Irving. And the jam by Harden.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Here's Holiday. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
He does not lack for confidence. And he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Harden scanning the floor. Feeds to Green. KD passes to Harden. Shot on the wing. That one misses. And Milwaukee the other way now.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
So for the Nets, Jordan comes in for Jeff Green. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Bruce Brown. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks. Now here is Holiday. He has 7, 4 on the shot clock. And stolen by Jordan. Outside Durant. Pass to Shamet. 26 seconds left in the first half of the game. Jordan the pass to Claxton. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real... And that'll do it for our half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Landry Shamet. Harris is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Harden with it. He's got 8. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Holiday.
And, you know, over time, Harden has really mastered the pump fake. Amazing watching him continue to trick the defense time and time again. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Now Holiday, he has 7. Inside. Here's Lopez. Good D by Jordan.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And they go to the intentional foul. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for James Harden. And the Bucks with some changes. Now here's Durant. He's looking for Griffin, finds him.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Teague against Irving. Tipped away. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Now here's Durant. Right side, Griffin. The kick out to Irving. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. And Jordan with the layup. And it's a 7-point Nets lead.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
The pass to Portis. And that one drops. Here's Irving. 8 points for him. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Right side, Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. High post shot. That one a little long. Bucks trail by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A nice shot by Teague.
And over time, Teague has really gotten more and more comfortable shooting his three-point shot. And that's impressive considering what a weapon it can be for him.
Now, here's Shamet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's KD. Back to Shamet. 5 on the clock. Here's Irving. And the shot goes down. And the Nets lead by 4.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Irving against Teague. Some solid defense there from Irving. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And KD the bucket on the assist by Griffin. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And so it's Milwaukee now, following the bucket by the Nets. Antetokounmpo.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Irving kicks to Durant. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Warag grabs the board. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Connaughton. Crafty move. And Jordan sends it back. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Pass to Harris from downtown. Offensive rebound. Here's Claxton on the wing. Harris. Harden outside. And stolen by Jeff Teague. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside. That's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Forbes in at the point guard position.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Here is Forbes. To the paint. Here's Portis. And that'll be 2 free throws. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Here's Harden. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Holiday. Down low, here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Brown feeling out a bit for 3. Harris. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Timeout called the Nets. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. KD's checked in for Joe Harris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Here's Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
And one of the things about Harden is he is incredible at scoring despite getting hit. I mean, astonishing to me how he maintains his focus on these shots.
It's deflected and stolen by Jordan. All going up court. And Harden with the stuff.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Holiday against Irving. The kick out to Lopez. And Antetokounmpo inside. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Middleton against Durant. 2 free throws. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt. And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. He's no stranger to the moment. Actually, this guy relishes the moment.
Giannis outside. Back to DiVincenzo. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Man, what a special player Antetokounmpo is, sharing the sugar there. The vision he showed, nice job finding the open man.
Harden against DiVincenzo. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Harden. Yes!
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
The Bucks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Pass to DiVincenzo. To the middle and stolen by Jordan. It's Harden with the drive. Count!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Stolen by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Got it! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Boy, it's just a fantastic effort they're getting from Drew Holiday right now.
Outside Durant. Back to Irving.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Let's face it, really difficult to find an open 3 in this situation. Look, there's no secret. It's the only shot that'll save him. So the D is all over the perimeter, guarding that three-point line.
Holiday with the 3, misses the 3.
And in addition to his great talent.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Harden. A second left. And the rejection by Zubac. And there's Paul George on the assist from Leonard.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Outside Irving. Jordan finds Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
For 3, Harris nailed from three-point land.
There, they get it going. 1 for 4 now. Always feel good to get that first one.
George looking over the floor. Morris into the lane. Yep, that one goes.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The kick out to Irving. Steps back and shoots. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
The shot by George, no good. The Nets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
To the inside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
When DeAndre is going up for the dunk, no one is stopping him. He's one of the most powerful dunkers this game has ever seen.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Outside, George. Back to Zubac. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Durant. That's tipped.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kicks it out to Leonard. 14 feet away. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. And that one's good. George has got his second basket.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
George against Irving. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
And the length of Durant, he's more than capable of attacking the rim and either scoring or drawing the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Nets also changing it up. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Now here's Rondo. He dishes it to Batum. Passes it to Cousins. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Kennard on the wing. He's covered by Brown. A 3-ball. Here's Cousins. Makes it off the glass.
If you thought that was an easy score for DeMarcus, you're right. He has endless moves to work with in the painted area.
Now, here is Irving. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Pass to Kennard. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to Griffin. The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That free throw good from Griffin.
The former 5-star recruit, first overall pick in the draft. Griffin's been slowed down only by injuries. He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
Tie game in Los Angeles. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. He's out there with Kyrie Irving. Green is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Jackson passes to Batum. The rebound by the Nets.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Here's Jackson. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
Harden against Jackson. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And contact on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Here's Rondo. A second chance effort. Harris against Leonard. Clock at 6. Goes back up. And it's blocked. Down low. Defended by George. Here's Harden on the wing. Out to Harris. Shoots over Leonard. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. Going just 1 for 5.
And
so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Harris outside for three. Let's keep it alive. Claxton. Harris kicks to Green. Harden against Beverley. They kick it out to Green. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And the rejection by Zubac. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green. And Durant subbed in for Joe Harris. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard. And that one is good. And this game is tied up now.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Outside Griffin. Back to Harden. And that one good.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
The Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Brown against George. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Harden dishes to KD. Shoots from 14. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Leonard kicks to Beverley. Launches a 3. And it's Leonard missing. KD with it. Inside. Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The deepest hole they got themselves into. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. The next shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Here's Shamet. Back to Irving. Pops it up for Jordan. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Patrick Beverley. George passes to Morris. From deep. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Batum with the steal. One-on-one fast break. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
Outside Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Irving against Rondo. Pass to George. From outside the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
KD with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Durant feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock.
Kept the defender on a string, and with the pump fake, KD fooling him for the cheap foul.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. So for the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Paul George. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Landry Shamet. Now the pass to Mann. Back to Rondo. Left side, Batum. The rebound by Jeff Green.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
And finished off by KD.
With his long strides, Durant can gather at the three-point line and still get all the way to the rim.
To the middle. And finished off by Leonard.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's James Harden in for Durant. Now, here is Harden. Tight defense on him, and he gets the bucket. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Jackson up top. He's covered by Irving. Outside for Jackson. Here's Cousins. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Cousins has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Harris finds Harden. Shot clock at 6.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Floats it up for Cousins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
A great play call, perfectly in rhythm, ending with the powerful flush by Cousins.
50 seconds left in the third. Here's Irving. Chalk up 2 there.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Kennard. Cousins with it, guarded by Jordan. Kennard against Harden. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. With the fadeaway. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Now it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
He gets to the rim at will. Kyrie, one of the most elusive players you'll ever see.
And stolen by Jordan. Jumps up. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the 5. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Nets also changing it up. Blake Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Green. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Paul George. Harden surveying the D. Six to shoot. Dishes it to Griffin. Harden against Beverly, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Griffin.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
George dishes to Beverly. Back to George. This one for 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Harden finds Brown. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Aggressive move by KD. It gives this team a different attitude when he's attacking the rim.
And here's Beverly. Kicks it to Morris. Now here's Beverly. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Fires for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Now Brown. Pass to Harden. Got a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession, and the Clippers making a change here. Hondo's checked in. Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for James Harden. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
The kick out to Brown. Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Irving passes to Durant. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
He keeps a low profile, but make no mistake, KD lives for the big shots.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Durant. And it's Harden in for Brown. Here's Beverly. And what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Griffin kicks to Harris. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And now a 4-point Nets lead. Outside, George. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. And it's Leonard, top of the key. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Nets leading by 4. Irving dishes to Harden. .111 left in the fourth quarter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
At the line for your Clippers. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
Harden with it. And the pass to Irving. And it's blocked. Here's George. Yes!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Harden outside. It's in!
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Takes it out to Leonard. George against Harden. Back to Leonard. Oh, missed it. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Outside Jordan. Right side Kevin Durant. Stolen by George. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Leonard, that's for 2. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on... So the next starting five, they've got Joe Harris. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Harden the pass to Jordan. He dishes it to Durant. From past the arc, Powell pulls it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too.
I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving has proven to be a sensational teammate.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard surveying the D. Fires from the line. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
Harden against Lillard. Pass to Harris. Irving kicks to Harden. Back to Irving. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I admire the confidence of Irving, always on the attack, superb at penetrating towards the rim.
Lillard the pass to Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Jordan finds Irving. Basket counts. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
And the incredible touch on the floater. Irving has this shot down to a science. That's just terrific release.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Over Irving. McCollum no good.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Harden the pass to Durant. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
The rhythm and the poise that Durant has when getting ready to catch and shoot is second to none in the league.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And then for Brooklyn, Green, he's checked in for Durant. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Here's Irving after Enes Kanter's basket. We've got 1:55 left here in the first quarter. Lobs it up for Jordan. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 6.
Amazing confidence from Irving. He's so skilled at getting inside and getting the shot he wants.
Simons surveying the D. Jones in the post. Harris is there. And stolen by Jordan. Now here's Irving. He's covered closely. And the wide open shot from Green. And the three off target. Trailblazers trail by 4. McCollum with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Jones, the pass to McCollum. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Irving against McCollum. Brown outside. Here's Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. Harris against Jones. To the paint. And close. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Little. He's checked in for Portland. Then for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And Durant subbed in for Joe Harris. Irving kicks to Brown. Claxton the pass to Irving. It's deflected.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
Taken away by Anthony. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
Well, looking at this quarter, they should be. Another quarter like this, and they'll be riding high at halftime.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Little in at the two-guard spot. Brown outside. Harden against Lillard. Harden the pass to Claxton. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Claxton's got the lead back up to 4 now for Brooklyn. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Down low, Kanter. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Kanter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Strong finish by Kanter. The contact doesn't seem to affect his mechanics at all.
Harden surveying the D. Here's Claxton. Offside, Griffin. Tries again. And KD with the lay-in.
This is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Lillard. To the inside. Here's Kanter. Rebounded by the Nets. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, G.A., he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there. Yes.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Good D by Harden. And KD's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Harden dishes to Griffin. Back to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. And Jones sends it back. And they'll keep possession. But they recover it. Brown outside. Harden finds Griffin. Cantor against Harden. Stolen by Cantor. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball. And an intentional foul right there. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Bruce Brown. Durant, wide open, he fires. That doesn't go either for KD. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot that time, not on target. And Brooklyn will come the other way. It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Here's Simons, guarded by Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kevin Durant.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer. And you can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Elbow shot is on the way. Now, here's Nurkic. He's covered by Shamet. And the basket by McCollum.
This is who McCollum is. Someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
There's the steal. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. Nets leading by 3. Outside Irving. We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. Missed inside.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And so, okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 10 points and 1 assist. Kenny, you and that'll do.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 4. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cullen passes to Nurkic. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Here's Lillard. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from three and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
When KD gets it in that close to the rim, you're out a good option. He's so good. I mean, sometimes you just give him the foul. You just give the foul.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in, and KD drops them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Powell down low. Kicks it out to Covington. Lillard against Harden. Misses off the right iron.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
And there's the pass to Claxton. Good on the bucket. Claxton's got his second bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Harden against Lillard. He kicks it to Cantor. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Cantor's got 6.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Harden against Lillard. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and Harden is just ferocious with his dunk, just ramming it in the defense's face.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the whistle blows, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Giles checked in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Luwawu Cabarro. Now here's Powell. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the feed to Cantor. Powell trying to free himself up. Off target at the rim.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammate.
Powell kicks to Giles. 1:49 left to play in the third. Powell, the pass to Giles. To halt the run. Just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Brooklyn leading by 12, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Irving kicks to Brown.
Hey, yo, right here.
Passes to Griffin.
Hit me, I'm Irving.
To the middle. Here's Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Anthony looking it over. Pass to Canner. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. And he comes up with the deuce. So it's Brooklyn now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Outside Irving. At the elbow, Griffin. Irving against Lillard. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Cantor. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out to Harris. Launches it. And Cantor pulls it down. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it home.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Got it up. Irving attacking. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Brooklyn ahead. Ending the... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Nets leading by 12. They've got Giles. Derek Jones is out there with McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Jordan kicks to Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
Here's Harden on the wing. High, arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. Harden's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Nurkic. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Defense right on him. And the foul on Joe Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. And Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's McCollum. Pocket 6. And it's Giles missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Harden dishes to Griffin. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Nets lead by 16.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Harden against McCollum. Giles the pass to McCollum. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Harden. Brooklyn leading by 16. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The pass to Jordan. Oh, Griffin in position. Leaps for it. Stolen by McCollum. And now Portland on the break. Powell, no one around him. And it's off from three-point range. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Harden the pass to Jordan. Harris outside. Fires the three. The rebound by Giles.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the basket by McCollum.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Harden against McCollum. A step-back shot here, and the basket by Harden.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Cullen passes to Giles, and the shot goes in.
Well, and in terms of size, that's a mismatch he'll exploit every time, especially inside.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Back to Harden. Harris looking it over. The three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers trail by 14. Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Rebounded by the Nets. Harden's got 5 rebounds tonight. Stripped away. Hollis Jefferson with it. Picked up by Harris. Here's Powell. No good off the back of the rim. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for James Harden.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
And Harden launches it from deep. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And the Nets lead by 15.
Harden has the super green light, and with his confidence, you might be amazed, but you're rarely surprised at any shot he makes.
Nurkic, and it's blocked by Jordan. And he recovers it.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And both free throws good for Nurkic. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Irving dishes to KD. Lets it fly. Tries to keep it alive. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. For the finish. Finishes the break with a slam.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. That's a look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee. Now it's ended.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's KD in at the 4. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. Now here's Irving, 20 feet out. No good, shot missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Inside, here's Irving. Nets passing it around. Harden the pass to Irving. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
The pass to Durant. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. The 3 from KD.
And bringing that effort on both ends. Giannis, a first-team all-defensive player. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now here is Holiday. Shoots the 3. Irving with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Harden. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
Both shots good from the stripe.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Down low and stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. Irving against DiVincenzo. And that one's good, Irving.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And he banks in the layup. Giannis has got 6 points. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys. There are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
Here's Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, catch and shoot. Is that Joe Harris's specialty? I think it is.
Holiday surveying the floor. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Nets leading by 3. Outside, Green. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I feel like they could execute this play in their sleep. Griffin, one of the premier alley-oop finishers in the league.
And a wide-open look for Portis. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And stolen by Portis. Here's Tucker. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, there's the all-out hustle Tucker is known for. Beats his man in transition easily.
Left side, Irving. 1 second left. He takes it up and lays it in. Irving's got his second basket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Nets lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Nora in at the small forward position.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Irving dishes to Griffin. Pass to Green. It's stolen by T. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harris. Tucker. Back to Connaughton. Bucks passing it around. Portis, the pass to Connaughton, and he goes in for the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
A nice shot by Irving.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Tucker.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Brown dishes to Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Right side, Portis. Pass to Nwora. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Irving kicks to Brown. Left side, Harris. Irving passes to Griffin. Unable to get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Left side, Portis. Tucker with the ball. Working on Green. Passes it to Nwora. Back to Teague. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Portis. Puts the move on. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Irving dishes to Griffin. Out to Harris. Brown outside. Teague against Irving. Here's Green, and it's denied. Here's Connaughton, defended by Griffin. And that one's good from Connaughton. Now it's a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here is Irving. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, it's rare for a point guard to do as much damage on the interior as Kyrie Irving. You've got to guard him in there.
And Teague's got the ball here for Milwaukee. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. To the inside, and Portis throws it down.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard. Jeff Teague unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
Irving against Teague. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things at him, but he's been unstoppable.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Teague. There's the pass to Connaughton. It's stolen by Harris. From deep. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit it.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So for Brooklyn now, Durant is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Shamet in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's DiVincenzo. The kick out to Holiday. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. The rebound by Luwawu.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Middleton looking it over. Offline with his three. Nets leading by 3.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
On offense, here are the Bucks. Here's Antetokounmpo.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Outside Holiday. To the middle. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Holiday. Giannis has got 4 points this quarter.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
17-foot shot on the way. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Here's Holiday. Banked in off the glass.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Shamet on the wing. Back to Harden. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 8. So it's the Bucks now. They trail by 1. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Outside Holiday. The kick out to Lopez. Here's Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Holiday against Green. Here's Irving. Count it. Good. 14 points for him.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
There's 1:17 left in the 3rd. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Brown, and Forbes kicks to Middleton. And the Bucks miss again. The Nets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Irving passes to Green. Irving against Holiday. Back to Irving. Brown feeling it out a bit. Clock at 4. Picked off in midair. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Middleton. Count the basket. Middleton's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Harris. Shoots. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Irving up top. He's got 14.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Outside Holiday. He kicks it to Forbes. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Brooklyn ahead, up by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. We've got Teague. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Portis. That one good for 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for Green. Kevin Durant comes in for Harris. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Harden left side. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Harden's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Right wing, Connaughton passes to Portis. Dishes it to Tucker. Down low. Nice shot by Portis. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Harden scanning the floor. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Pass to Connaughton. There's the triple. But they'll get another chance. Right side, Portis. Passes to Connaughton. Misses the 3. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And the Nets making a change here as well. Landry Shamet's checked in for Bruce. Oh! That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Harden the pass to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Big moments. This is who Kevin Durant is. He delivers when the game is in the balance.
Here's Holiday. There's the lob into the Kumbo. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Irving. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
And we know this. When Kyrie Irving starts to get going on the offensive end, he's really tough to contain. An incredible scorer because you know he can hurt you from any area of the floor.
Inside. Durant with the steal. He dishes it to Jordan. Nobody near Irving. And he's good on the 3-ball. Irving's got 19 points.
Spectacular. I mean, lights out shooting here down the stretch. All of a sudden now they're in a position to win the game.
And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
The 3 from Harden. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's DiVincenzo. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. 1:10 left to play in the final quarter. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. Shot clock at 6. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the seconds.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
Lopez finds Middleton. No good, unable to end this run. It's the Nets now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Harden has a wide open look. They get it again. Harris against Middleton. The three from Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Durant for 3. The kick out to Irving. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.